Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. That's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They got 23 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show. I'm talking food, yo, and some other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the official podcast of the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Bryan, Jamal, and Reaves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Welcome to Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast. I'm your host, Jamal. With me, as always, is my co-host, Bryan.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Bryan. I know that we want to get into this and have a good time, Jamal, but I have to get started really quickly. I got a very angry email from Tom yesterday. In response to our long episode last week.
He hasn't emailed in a while either, so this is damaging for us.
Yeah, the subject just read read now, and it was like spelled wrong. So clearly he like typed it very quickly on his phone. It was spelled
How do you spell it?
It was like RADE, and then like it said NOKNOW. So it really said like rad no. But like I knew he meant like read no. Read no. But I knew he meant like read now because like he's on his phone.
He's typing fast.
Yeah, you can tell he's angry.
He's got those new thin thumbs he's not used to.
Yeah. Usually it's too fat thumb is an issue, but this is too thin thumb, and he's like
too thin of a
pressing
thumb.
The same. Yeah. So he's not happy with the length of the episode, and he has asked me to make a statement.
I'll give you the floor.
And it also comes with a stipulation.
So
I just got to get it out of here. I'm sorry, folks. We want to have a good time. We will have a good time. As usual, there's just something we have to take care of, and it'll make the episode a little different. So thank you for listening as I read my prepared statement.
Do you need any kind of like music underneath this, or do you just need it?
No, I think just a nice somber, like, just tone, because, this is...
Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah. To our wonderful listeners and card-carrying members of the Foot Clan, they make us refer to them separately now. It's a whole thing. I'd like to offer a sincere apology for last week's Pod Chef episode. I spoke excessively, and by doing so caused the last episode to go well over 90 minutes. That was not reflective of the balanced and collaborative experience we aim to deliver here on the Pod Chef podcast. As a corrective measure and harsh punishment, Tom has limited my speaking time in this episode to 30 words during the first segment. The word limit will not be in effect during the Top Chef review portion of the podcast. Additionally, Reaves has been suspended one episode for what Tom is calling, quote, knowing better. I appreciate your understanding and continued support. My word limit starts now.
Okay. Well, geez, that's serious. That sounds like a very serious email, and it kind of puts me in a predicament because I was hoping that you would actually do a lot of the heavy lifting this episode. So you have 30 words you're allowed to say. I don't want you to waste them here. This kind of gives me space to kind of maybe open up to the podcast audience and tell them something that I've always been thinking about for an episode of just me talking for the first portion. So if I can have the space, you can just nod and tell me that I can have the space to just go ahead and talk to the audience real quick about something.
Well, I still have 30 words.
How many was that? Wow. Oh, 6. Okay, so you have 24 left. So let me just do my part, because it might help with this. It's finally happening. I finally get an episode that it's just the Jamal show. So please come with me. I wasn't expecting that, but please come with me on this journey as you kind of let Il Papa, take you through the first portion of the podcast. You know what? That's actually way too loud. When you think about it, it's way too loud and it's too jarring on the ears. So this is big news. I'm sorry that Tom sent you that. I will admit, when I went back and listened to the episode, my first thought was I looked at the time stamps of the episode and I said, we're going to get in trouble for this. And so I said, I'm so happy I wasn't on this episode. Because if you remember the week before, I think I got it right around 1:30, and that is our max. Like, he doesn't like us going past that because and these are his words, he says, no one wants to listen to you three talk that long. And so when I saw that you guys were like well over 5 minutes after an hour 30, I said, oh, this is not going to be good. So I understand that. Sucks, really sucks. That you can't talk more. And also I feel bad for Reaves, because when I think about it, Reaves is like a keystone in an arch. Reaves is like that last stone, which I also don't know how they get that stone up there, but he's the stone that's taken the pressure from both sides of me and you and like keeping that arch up. And so for him not to be here and then you not to talk and kind of us reverting back to like this being a one-man podcast, kind of like in the early days, I hate it. I'm being honest with you because I'm not prepared for it. I thought it was going to have a lot of banter to go back and forth with. And I'll be another honest with you. Very few people listen to this podcast for a lot of Jamal. They listen for Bryan. They listen for Reaves. I don't think anyone listens. And please feel free to give a review. Do you listen to this podcast hoping that I'm here and talking a lot? Or do you like love those moments where Bryan goes on a tangent, Reaves, leads us through the episode and you're like, good, Jamal's shutting up now. Because this is not your episode then. Because I'm apparently going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting.
I can still contribute.
Okay, so you're down to 20. You're down to 20. Okay. Well, I think we should just move on to a segment we do every week. Well, first of all, actually, I do have something I can talk about and you don't even have to chip into, because your boy has taken his time this week and said, man, I came back from my trip. I got some time to spend. What do I want to do? I want to check out America's Culinary Cup and see what they're doing for the last 2 episodes, season 1, episode 2 and 3. And I got to be honest with you. If I had to give you a quick review that was truncated using the word count Bryan has, shit sucks. It's not fun. Every episode of Culinary Cup feels like someone pushed Padma out the door. And Padma did not want to leave Top Chef, but they said, we're going a different direction. You know that like Hollywood stance of like, we're going younger, we're going hipper. This is what this show feels like. It's like she didn't want to leave Top Chef. I think it's becoming more and more apparent because it's basically Top Chef light still. It's becoming more and more apparent, and it's
Top
also
Chef
like
worse.
17. Yeah, so Top Chef worse. Like I think I was right when I called it Temu Top Chef, because every episode kind of feels like it's, Reaves said it best a long time ago. Top Chef is essentially, was it America's Next Top Model, but with food. And it's like she's bringing that in because every episode she's got a fancy new wardrobe change. That's like taking up a lot of camera space. And then the episode is kind of in the background. So one of the episodes was them just cooking sustainably. So they were just, I think, if I remember correctly, I could be wrong because I kind of fell asleep, but they were just cooking in their like Temu Top Chef kitchen, and they were just one by one. Again, it was staggered start, just like they did in the first episode, and they're just cooking ingredients that are sustainable. And then the last two, the lowest ranked chefs had to cook off, just like in the first episode. And I was like, so we're 3 episodes in, and we're already redoing formulaic stuff for the season. We've already exhausted all of our ideas, so now we've got to go back to the first episode's idea. Okay. I don't know if you can sustain a show on that.
Sustainability commandment?
15. So yeah, that was the second commandment, which again, I've never heard of the cooking commandments. I'm not a chef, so I don't know, maybe they've always been there and I just have always not gotten to that part of the Bible. But the first commandment was meat. So they all had to cook meat. I mean, if it's just going to be cooking stuff like that, I don't know where the big twist fun thing is, but it was just boring. Like I watched it, it was just boring. It was dull. And then the minute I switched over to watch Top Chef to catch up, I was like instantly injected with like franchise Viagra. Like instantly I'm excited. I'm horny. I'm ready to cook, you know? So
Need more surgery?
Need 12. So if anyone thinks out there like I'm being mean to Padma's show or anything, they both have 3 episodes up. Go watch 3 of each. And give some space in between. You don't have to go one for one. Go watch 3 of America's Culinary Cup and come watch 3 of Top Chef. You tell me which one's actually more fun to watch. You tell me which one you go, you know what? I want to sit down with the family and friends and watch. Because it's not going to be America's Culinary Cup. It's not. I mean, even Buddha kind of got like a bad message, like a bad review from one of his dishes in the second episode, and was like, I'm sorry. The guy who won Top Chef back to back is struggling, quote unquote, in this show. I don't think so. If that's the drama you're trying to bring up, it ain't working. I don't believe the guy who just got a Michelin star is actually struggling to cook meat in your show. Boy, is this dragging, huh?
Two ways.
Yeah. That's right. You had to cook meat 2 ways. You had to prepare it 2 ways. And that's another thing. Thank you for reminding me. 11. They had to cook meat. It's not 11? Okay. Well, it's getting close. It's almost like 10. Yeah, we're at 10. They did have to cook meat 2 ways, and most of them did not do it. Most of them just like made 2 preparations of meat, so they like would smoke it or grill it. And they're like, that's meat 2 ways, right? And I was like, no. 2 completely different variations of meat. Show me like a tartare and like a grilled. Don't show me, sous vide and then pan-seared. Yeah, give me some kebab. So yeah, I didn't like the show. Not a fan of it. I will keep watching. I wish Reaves was here and wasn't suspended so he could tell me what the viewership was. Because that's what I really care about. I want to know how many viewers did Padma poach. I want to know how many viewers are staying week to week. I can't wait for those numbers to come out. Because it's getting to the point. This is how I know the show's bad. It's getting to the point that I'm feeling more and more confident about asking Padma to come on the podcast. Because I'm watching the show and I'm like, every week I'm like, we can get her. We can get her to come on the podcast. When she was on Top Chef, I was like, no way. She's not coming on. I'm watching this show and I'm like, she'd kind of be dumb not to come on the podcast at this point. So
opportunity.
Yep. All right, he's got 8 left, so let's move on to Chefs I Prepared for You. This is a segment we do every week where we talk about what we had for dinner last night and only last night. And we present it as if we're presenting it to the judges on Top Chef. There will be a winner picked through blind choosing at the end. Chefs, I will go first. Chefs, I prepared for you because I'm back on my BS. Caribbean jerk seasoned ground beef, curry spiced rice, curry spiced white basmati rice, and 3 peppers blend, sauteed vegetables. You don't have to use, you have 8 left, so you don't have to use it. I'm just letting it sit there. And so let me think of some of the questions you'd ask. Some of the questions that I would presume that you'd ask me is, so it's not curry rice, right? I'm like, no, it's not curry rice. It's just the spices that make up curry that give the flavor of curry masala. It's not actual curry. Okay. And then what is that Caribbean jerk seasoning? I was like, it's seasoning I put on the ground beef. And yes, I cook it till I get a nice little char, so I get some charred bits in there. It's very tasty. But it's the same seasoning I used when I made that all-day pork shoulder. Very tasty. It's very versatile. And then what's another question? I know you look like your brain was turning when I said 3 pepper blend. So it's red peppers, green peppers, and yellow peppers, and there's also onions in there, and it's from the bag, yes, because I did not want to. I hate buying vegetables when I'm just cooking for myself. If I'm not cooking for people, I hate buying fresh vegetables because I'll end up not getting to them in time because I eat the same thing every day for multiple days. So when I'm just cooking for myself, I'll get frozen vegetables, but when I'm cooking for other people, we're going and we're getting fresh red pep. We're getting fresh green pep. We're going and getting fresh yellow pep. We're slicing them up. We're dicing them. We're cooking them. I probably would cook a little strip of bacon in there first just to give a little more flavor, and then put my onion in. By the way, everyone who's listening, what's the one thing that goes in the pan before onion? Bacon. That's the only thing that ever goes in the pan first before onion. It's bacon. If you're cooking with bacon, you put the bacon in first. You never add it second. Bacon first. Another thing Bryan would say. Let's see here. What's a question Reaves would ask me? Reaves would ask, about how long does it take you to make that ground beef? And then I'd say, well, it depends. Sometimes I pull it out and it's got to sit out and defrost, but this one was freshly bought, and so it was right in the pan. So it took us maybe half an hour to make this whole meal. Put everything going at the same time, It's a very, very well-timed meal. And then Reaves would also follow up with saying, and how many days do you think this combination of food lasts you? And eating it twice a day, usually like 3.5 days. Yeah, I eat it twice a day. Lunch and dinner. Yeah, the same thing. I know that technically counts. You're not talking, but yes, the same thing twice a day because what's that called? Is that called mono something eating?
Boring.
Yep, 7. So yeah, I do that a lot. All right, floor's over to you, or should we do Reaves first? Maybe we should do Reaves. I'm going to guess what Reaves had. I'm going to say Reaves had something fast. Something. Maybe he had some chicken. I think he had a one-cheater. I think he had a one-pan dinner. Probably like chicken tenders and like broccoli and something. That's what I think. Chicken something and broccoli. I don't think he had bangers and mash, if that's what you're making that face for. I think he had chicken and asparagus or something. I don't know if he likes asparagus, though. But I think he had a one sheet pan dinner yesterday. Okay, and then Bryan's up. So Bryan bought something. I want to see if I can guess what he bought. Oh, he's shaking his head. He didn't buy something. He actually... Oh, you did buy something. Oh, you did not buy that. He's tricking me right now. Okay. Bryan cooked something. So we maybe skip Bryan because he's giving me mixed signals. Seven.
Chef procured froyo
Would have never guessed that.
fruit
Mm-hmm. A lot of dead air. It's a lot of dead air. Did you see earlier how much I was like working myself up to make sure there was no dead air? And then I know you're like doing your like quota. And considering like the certain times that we live in and like white people have been trying to hit their quotas for a while now, I would think that your quota system is like you can just rapid fire. But there's a lot of dead air. Keep going.
questions.
Yes. Why did you eat froyo? The answer, you were going to a hockey game or some shit, right? Yeah, exactly. You've been scrappy in your meals as of late. I want you to know, as a friend, I've noticed a lot of your meals have been kind of like makeshift, like a Buccaneer pirate crew. I would love for you. I would love for you to actually have some sit down meals with the wife and the two doggos. I don't like this rush lifestyle you're living right now, where it's like you're just grabbing something that's closest to you. It's almost like you like walked out of a convenience store and you stole it and ran, and then you ate it on the train back home. I don't like that. So I'd love for you to come next week with a big meal that you've like, you know what? I know Monday we're making a big meal because I want to talk to the boys about this big meal I made for my big family. Because I'm trying to actually contribute. Okay, we're gonna close the floor, and now this works in Bryan's favor because we're gonna do silent voting, silent picking. Sorry. And so this works in Bryan's favor. And now we're going to the dead air you're going to hear is us silently choosing. So on my screen, Bryan, you are 1 and I am 2. And those are the numbers we will use to silently vote now. Okay. I think Bryan forgot that he can't choose himself, but keep going. No, it's fine. The election's already happened. Go ahead. The next person who speaks is the person who won the silent choosing, and they will pick the winner.
Winner, Bryan.
Okay. Bryan chose himself, and even when he's on a kind of a verbal caloric restriction, he still chooses himself, and that's his true colors. We'll be right back after this. Ponchap.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That was the worst 25 minutes of my fucking life.
I don't think I've ever heard you be that quiet before.
It was honestly difficult.
Yeah.
And honestly,
I did
I
great.
feel like this was less of a punishment for me and more of a punishment for the fans.
Yeah, I'd say that too, because they then had to deal with me for 24 minutes.
Not just that, because they come to PodChef for the banter, for the back and forth.
Yeah, and there's no back and forth.
No, I tried.
You tried, and you did it in the restriction. And so this is what Tom says, is like, when things go wrong, people have to be held accountable.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, people never change their behavior. And so Tom's like, I don't like these long episodes, so we have to be held accountable, and we're being held accountable. Look at us in the second half before the 30-minute mark.
Feels wrong.
Feels wrong. In a lot of ways, it feels right. So let's get into it. This is Top Chef.
Part of me wants to keep quiet, but I won't.
This is Top Chef Season 23, Episode 3, True Colors. This is the True Colors episode. I'm not sure that I fully grasped what that meant for the Carolinas at first, but when we got to the elimination, I was like, I guess. So let's talk about it. Bang! Emerald Lagasse is back in the building.
Treated like the second coming of the Messiah here, even though like we know he's longtime Top Chef judge guy. Just got done seeing too much of him in the last season that we covered.
Yeah.
And now he shows up and everyone's like, oh my God.
I don't know if you saw the garlic started to sprout when he walked into the Top Chef kitchen, but I saw that. They started to grow, the little green stems that let you know that your garlic is probably going to be too bitter and you should throw it out. But as soon as you walked in, they started to grow. I was like, oh my God, that's such power. I wish I had that power.
Yeah.
And to get us started, everyone was super excited. But then we had someone telling us a story about their fandom of Emeril Lagasse. Let's listen to it. Sorry. Hold on a second. Okay.
Time. Me and my brother, late night watching Emeril's cooking show. My stepfather comes downstairs, opens the door really quick, and I shut off the TV, and he clicks it back on, thinking that we were watching porno. He turns on the TV, and he's like, you guys are watching a cooking show? And I'm like, bam.
So
these two were whacking it to Emeril's show, right?
These two were, because he didn't finish the rest of that, which is, are you guys happy to see me, or those cannolis in your pocket?
Yeah, there is a quick jump. You hear him like the production. You hear them like cut audio and jump ahead. It's because he does say, "Cut the TV off, put our Johnsons away."
Yeah, and you can't say that.
No, they had to cut that out. But that it happened.
Also, I just want to point out, like, what kid doesn't have the remote set to flashback?
Yeah.
To revert to the last thing the safe channel, you know?
TVs don't have that anymore.
TVs don't have it anymore, but those of us who grew up in that time know that there was a little button that you go to last channel, hit that real quick, and then hit the power button, go to sleep.
You got to be aware. Yes, that's important to note. You make two really good points there. One, you have to be aware of what the back channel is. You have to set it to something that makes sense.
Yep.
If it's news, does it make sense?
It doesn't make sense. Why would you be watching news?
Nickelodeon or something like that. It's got to make sense. Especially if
I put it on sports. I put it on sports.
Sports is good too. It's probably playing Sports Center all night.
Yep.
Plays 48 hours a day back in the day.
Yep.
Nickelodeon, you're probably going to you put it on that. You're going to watch probably Fresh Prince might come on.
Mm-hmm.
Other good shows. Those make sense. Additionally, you make a good point. Jump back before turning the TV off.
Yes.
That's something that maybe you don't think about that. And you turn your TV's off, you think, I'm good to go.
I'm good to go.
Parents are like, I'll watch TV, turn it on.
Yeah.
And there's Emeril right there and does, well, I know you were jerking off because Emeril's on the fucking TV.
Emeril's on the TV. See, a lot of parents swore that they were, sly. Oh, I'm going to rush downstairs and catch them doing something. And it's like, okay, anyone can come downstairs and turn the TV back on, but how many dads do you know are smart enough to hit that last channel button?
So
in reverse,
you got to change it a few times before you turn it off.
So we're giving game. Thing. Yeah, we're giving game out there to the new dads.
Put you on game here.
Just to let you know, don't ever get fooled by like, oh, well, I guess if this is what they must have been watching. Nah, hit that last channel button.
Hit last channel.
See what the switching back and forth was.
See if it's Emeril.
All
see if
right.
it's Bobby Flay. Your kid is filleting himself.
Yeah, if it's two cooking channels, something's up.
Oh, if it's two cooking channels, then they're edging.
You look them
go back.
You look them dead in the eye and say, "Look, you two either become chefs, or I can't talk to you anymore."
And that's how we became chefs. It was either that or admit to our father that we were jerking off to Emeril's TV show.
Yep. All right, so quick fire challenge.
There's a freaking magic thing in the middle.
There's a freaking like the gauntlet of fire is in the middle of the kitchen, and Christian Kish again. It's just like I'm fresh off of America's Culinary Cup, and then I come here and I go, it's already more fun.
Yeah.
And they have the lighting, and she opens it up, and what is it? Liver mush?
I said it's scrapple, and it's liver mush.
It's liver mush. And so the chefs had 30 minutes to turn liver mush into an elevated dish. The winner received $10,000, and the guest judge was Chef Emeril Bryan Lagasse. So yeah, liver
not
mush.
the vampire.
It is similar.
Apparently, it is. Oh God, I almost fucking said the word. Jesus, admittedly, I did say that when I first saw it, and then I was like, oh no, wait, it's Scrapple. But I did say the SPAM word.
So liver mush.
It's different from Scrapple in that liver mush has to have 30% pig liver.
Okay,
this is fucking gross. You should never talk about what Scrapple or liver mush is.
Well,
it's gross.
They just say ground pork like you do with Scrapple. Just say it's a
ground
mixture
pork
of
with
ground
cornmeal
pork
mixed together.
Yeah. Because I love ground pork. I know you don't like pork. You don't eat pork, but I love.
When I did,
Mhm.
I would fuck up some Scrapple when I would eat that back in the day.
I bet you would.
It's good. It's hard on the outside and just mush on the inside.
Everyone's
Put it on a
gunning
piece of toast. Oof.
I actually don't know if I've had Scrapple proper or when the last time it was, because
I think you would
the
like
other one.
it.
I'm
hot
sure I
dogs.
would like it, but I probably have had the other thing that shall not be named way more.
Yeah, it's definitely different than that other thing.
Yeah.
You just get the Scrapple, comes in a log.
Mhm.
You can probably get it in DC pretty easily. Cut it. You like lightly flour it.
Yeah.
And then griddle it, and just till the outside gets nice and crispy. Throw it on a piece of toast. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's with an egg on it, with like a fried egg on it too. Ooh boy, that's a sandwich, brother.
Everyone's gunning for Lawrence. He's won the first 2 quick fires, similar to how Rhoda has won the first 2 eliminations. So everyone wants to beat Lawrence in the quick fire. Let's go through some of the dishes that they decided to make. Duyan made liver mush and grilled chicken. Banh mi with pickled carrots. Was it Nana? Liver mush French toast and maple syrup, which when she was making that, I was like, this is not looking good.
Yeah,
it's not looking good prep-wise, and it's also not looking good. It's like you're actually getting the liver mush taste in here.
From the start, this episode was like, guess who's going home this episode? Like, it told you from like minute 1 that it's not going home. So it's like everything is her saying like, I'm good at time. I'm getting my time right. I'm going to get my timing right. I'm going to do all this stuff. And I was like, girl, you're leaving.
Yeah. Anthony makes liver mush. Anthony talks about how he eats liver mush, right? And he's from Maryland.
He eats Scrapple, yeah.
He's talking about it. So he makes liver mush pate with tomatoes, cayenne, and liver mush croutons, which is
this
essentially
just looked like he did a salad with liver mush croutons on it.
Yeah, but the croutons are like perfectly cubed and seared liver mush.
It seemed like the meal with the least amount of liver mush in it.
Yes, but it also had that whole thing underneath it, that like soupy mess of liver mush.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
gross.
That was in the bottom that you had to like spin it around, and then you get the liver mush crouton. Yuck. Justin made cornmeal fried liver mush, which is like liver mush has cornmeal in it, so it's kind of like cornmeal fried cornmeal with brown butter hollandaise and roasted grapes. And then Jonathan,
you ever roasted a grape? Never done that.
Never in my life. I probably want to check into that. Jonathan made liver mush Benedict, which I think is kind of easy. That's like not really challenging yourself.
Is he the one that he was like I wanted to like really focus on the liver mush, and it was just like a chunk of it with an egg on it.
Yeah, I was like, or you just wanted something easy.
I wanted to spotlight the liver mush.
Sherry made liver mush foie gras, which I just want to say, if you give me the choice between real foie gras and liver mush foie gras, give me the regular one, please. Don't make a separate one that's not as good.
If I have to choose, gun to my head, pull the trigger. Not eat either of those.
Lawrence made Cantonese style steamed egg with liver mush and marinated tomatoes.
It was wet.
Cantonese style wet.
Yeah, you know how we order something Cantonese style and it's just water in a bowl?
Seeger made piccalilli beurre blanc with seared liver mush. Oscar made liver mushroom toast.
Yeah, the liver mush was the toast.
Yeah, got it. So it was just a fried thing of liver mush, got it.
Yeah.
With Parmesan whipped cream, which sounds good, didn't look good. Yeah. Brandon made some Peggy egg with liver mush. I don't know.
Gross.
It's that thing where you eat out of an egg and it's not
Never
fully cooked.
serve that to me ever.
I'm not a
Never
fan of that.
give me the fucking shell on my plate with a little open top in it.
Yeah.
Gross.
And then Brittany
that part was in a butt. That part touched the butt.
Did you watch
no,
that
not
egg?
the butt.
Do you wash
Cloaca.
that egg?
I
Do you
mean,
wash the egg?
did they
I-
wash it? I don't know.
Hope you wash your hands if you touch that egg.
Yeah. That makes coming right
Brittany-
out of a cloaca, which is where they poop and shit and lay an egg. And I think have sex.
Brittany made crispy liver mush, pate, and grape mostrata.
They
And then
hated
Rhoda,
it.
Yeah. Rhoda made pork and liver mush albaldingas with peaches and marsala Dijon sauce. Let's just get it out here. The lower ones were Nana, Lawrence, and Brittany. And the favorites were Duyin, Anthony, and Rhoda. And the winner was your dog, who apparently is the liver mush king of Maryland, which was Anthony. Anthony just freaking won it. You know, it wasn't even like a competition, really. So then we hop to the elimination challenge.
Anthony's decided he's going to cuss.
Yeah.
He's cussing a lot this season. He doesn't give a shit. A lot of
we're-
cussing come from Anthony.
He says he gets a little freaky and when they go shopping too. We'll talk about it. But let's talk about the elimination challenge real quick. Let's listen to this.
Hibiscus.
Chlorophyll.
Interesting.
You know, all over the world, chefs are using natural food dyes to amplify the food as well as the dining experience.
For your challenge, we want your dishes to be colorful, to pay homage to Charlotte's rich, colorful textile history. You must create a dish that features at least 2 elements that have been dyed by natural food dyes. I mean, we've all seen like the viral pink sauces and then the rainbow bagels.
Tricolor pasta
These poppy, bright colors in food is kind of like having its moment.
should be interesting.
Yeah. So I've seen the rainbow bagels. They're all covered in fake food coloring. That's
Right.
how they become so bright. And the pink sauce is not even legal anymore.
What is the pig sauce?
That's the reason why it was a problem. I don't know what was in it, but
I don't know. I don't have TikTok or anything. What is it?
It's like a dipping sauce for like basically think of it as a barbecue sauce, but it was pink, made by
And
some.
it's illegal?
Well, it was made by some lady on TikTok, and then she kind of got a lot of people sick, and then there was no like quality control with it because she was just making it and sending it out. And people were like, has this been looked at by the FDA? She was like, why would I send this to the FDA? And then she tried to get out of being sued by making it legit. She had an investor. She got it on the stores at Walmart, but then because she actually had to go through like food quality, it stopped looking pink because who knows what she was actually putting in it. So it was more like a brownish pink sauce. And then people weren't buying it at the store. And then it went like they tried to get rid of it massively, like just like making it like $1, and they couldn't get rid of it. People
I've
just weren't buying
never
it.
heard of this.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. You can, if you want to mess up your algorithm, Google what happened to the pink sauce lady.
I will.
Yeah, do that.
What happened to the pink sauce lady?
And you'll. There's a gift for everyone who's listening. Go to YouTube, type in what happened to the pink sauce lady.
I will say this, and you might have caught this. I didn't catch this. When they're talking about North Carolina's rich textile history,
Mm-hmm. You don't think I caught that?
my wife caught it. I didn't
I
catch it.
caught
I was
it.
like, "Oh, this is a lot of fun," and my wife was like, "Cotton."
Yeah, that's their
We're
rich
talking-
textile history.
And when we were talking about the rich textile history of the Carolinas to deal with cotton,
Mm-hmm. Which is why I
With
thought Nana was safe this episode,
that she should have been.
because you couldn't possibly do that and that right together. But
You couldn't have an episode based around.
yeah,
You're not saying it, but
Yeah.
you are saying
you're kind of
the
saying
rich history of North of Carolinas, bathed in human labor
Yeah,
of the forced variety. Give us these lovely colors, and Nana, you're safe.
the
and then
rich.
I think most of the
textile-
twins are safe too.
the rich textile industry that was mostly manned by unpaid internships
Yeah.
throughout the South. You know, if we're just gonna change the name of everything, let's just do it.
Do you think that if we weren't in the climate that we're in right now, they would have mentioned it? I think they should have mentioned it. I think they should have at least been like,
Well, can I be honest with you? This was filmed months ago. I think if they film it now, they're saying it.
But,
They're
like,
getting right into it.
Well, because they're not supposed to talk about that. So you're not supposed. They've erased that history now.
I know, but if they filmed it closer to now, they'd be like, "No, we're gonna rebel,
Okay.
and we're gonna say it." They can't.
I think you
tell
should
us
have
we can
mentioned
say
it. I think there should have been, or at least maybe cut to one of the chef testants being like, "I know what the fuck you're talking about.
Mhm.
You're talking
Yeah.
about slavery."
Yeah.
Like,
Or just have one of them. See, this is why you need Tristan on this season again, because he'd be like, "What do you mean by textiles?
yeah, he would have. What do you mean by rich textile
What do you
history?
mean? I mean, I know people got rich off of the textile industry, but what do you mean by?
I know
rich?
some people got
Yeah.
rich off the textile history.
Like
some
what-
people,
Can you tell me one textile? Like, what's an example of that?
yeah.
Like,
And what
what's
grew really well here?
like what's a fabric? What's like a natural fiber that was growing here around the time and like was a big part of the economy? Can you just help me out? I don't know
Chris is
about
like, cotton. I'm sorry, Chris. I couldn't hear you. Speak up.
And then Tom's like getting mad. Like, I'm getting grumpy. Okay,
he's
we all
getting
know what we're
grumpy
talking
early.
about. All right.
No, I think if Tom would have been here, he'd have been like, my brothers on the backs of my brothers and sisters. He'd come out there with the do-rag and the long
Yeah.
shorts on.
The rich textile industry.
The
So
rich textile industry. Good God.
we go to Whole Foods again, a packed Whole Foods, and they're screaming and yelling and running around again.
I'm trying to fucking shop like a normal person, and
Yeah.
there's 13 chefs in my fucking way.
And they're all talking out loud, kind of to themselves. It feels strange. Brittany makes a reach around joke, and then Anthony is way too enthusiastic with his response. Like, promise? Promise?
I did just
So-
win $10,000.
This was the second. Is it Nana? Am I saying that right? Is it Nana?
I think they say
Nene?
Nana and Nana. I think they've said it different ways.
Nana. So it's the second Nana spotlight in the episode, and I was like, "Oh, this is no one gets multiple spotlights." in
Yeah,
an
they're
episode.
truly
That's
just
gonna be
setting
good.
her up. They're setting her up.
So yeah, they're screaming around. They finally get back to the kitchen. They have 2 hours of prep. People are going through. Finally, Tom shows up with Emerald, and they're for a second there. They show up, and they're just like, "Hey, everyone." So Emerald, let's just talk
By
for a
themselves.
second. Let's just talk to each other for a second, right in front of them while they're cooking. Let's not talk and engage with them at all.
No, yeah, let's just sit there and talk to each other. Don't even look at them. Don't even look at their trash.
Yeah.
Everyone look at them. They're worms.
So they just talk to each other about like what you'd have to do to like make it work, and then they kind of start sauntering over to people's stations, and Tom's just looking at stuff and like, yeah, and they like start talking and say, I'm making this, and he goes, I don't know if it'll work out.
Has Tom gotten worse at talking to people in the history of this show?
This is what
Hey,
happens.
looks like you got a big bucket of, you got a big pan of chicken there. That's how you approach me? Hey, I got a big pan of chicken there. Yes, I have a big pot of chicken here, Tom.
You know what's happening?
I'm cooking chicken.
You wanna know what's happening?
Huh.
He's glowed up, and so he's dropped his personality completely because he doesn't need it now.
Doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah, he had to rely on it before
Mm-hmm.
when he was a bigger guy, and now
Mhm.
he's gotten in shape, and he's like, well, I don't need a personality.
Doesn't need to. He doesn't
I'm
chase
getting it.
anymore. They chase him.
I'm getting the stuff I want, and I don't even have to have a personality now.
I
Now
want to
it's-
say, when there was a lot of talk when they first showed all of the like colors stuff. First of all, this is very RFK Jr. coded.
Mhm.
No food dyes. No food. They show 2 jars of saffron.
Yeah.
That's like $1 billion worth of saffron. You ever try to buy saffron?
Yeah, I have.
You gotta fucking open a line of credit to get saffron.
Mine was fake. Mine was just
See, yeah, you get no real
mine-
saffron
Mine was just dental floss that was dyed red.
with clean dye, natural dye.
with fake food color.
Yeah,
This was
but that
bright
tasted
red.
really good.
Bright red.
I also want to say they kept talking about chlorophyll. They said it a bunch, and when I hear the word chlorophyll, I do what Seeger did, which is I quote Billy Madison. So I'm very glad that Seeger said that. Seeger said chlorophyll, more like borophyll,
Chlorophyll. Yeah.
which is that all I hear in my head when that is said.
Mhm.
So thank you, Seeger, for doing
Thank
that,
you.
for getting that worm out of my head. I got a worm in my head.
I did notice that Emerald was wearing an Emerald Group chef apron.
He's like, I'll bring my own white chef shirt.
And Tom also was wearing a TC chef apron. Neither one of them wearing a Top Chef branded apron to walk around.
Out the door. I think Tom's next to go. I think Gail's next to go.
I
think honestly, I'd put money that they switch out the whole cast in the next 3, other than Kristen, next 3 years.
Really? Next 3 years?
I think if the show is still on in 3 years, we get a brand refresh.
Wow, who's going to fill in? Who do you got?
I think that what's his face has been pushing for it. The hair.
Oh yeah. Oh, Blaze. Oh yeah.
Blaze has been pushing for the Tom spot.
Oh yeah.
And then for the Gale slot,
is it gonna be Brooke Williamson?
I could see it being Brooke. Well, I think Brooke would want to be top dog though. I think Brooks probably doesn't want to be like second fiddle. But she'd be great in it. Girl and the Goat.
Girl and the Goat.
Would you watch that show?
Does she do a lot of TV?
She does like the guys' grocery game shows and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, she knows her stuff, so I would watch her on the show.
I'd watch that show.
So in the next 3 years, let's see if this fantasy league team gets drafted.
Everyone, I will forget that I have said this tomorrow. So fans, please make note of this. If it happens in 3 years, write to us and say, Bryan was right or Bryan was wrong. And I'll say, I said that? I don't remember fucking saying that. I said that? Doesn't sound like me.
Someone go leave a review right now with this prediction so it's canonized for a podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's been a lot of people, a lot of new people who we don't know who the hell they are leaving comments on Spotify. One of the comments this week should be Bryan's prediction, just so it's there.
Please. Look, it takes a village.
Yes. So please, just do that. I've also noticed that people leaving comments haven't left a review. If you could please do that, that would also go a long way. Thank you so much.
This is the time that matters. This is sweep season. People are watching and listening.
Okay. So we get this weird cutaway with the 4 chefs, Oscar, Rhoda, Brittany, and Seeger all wearing green sweatsuits.
Yeah.
And doing like the face mask thing.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what that was. Lawrence was unhappy with his red bao dough to begin with, so he switched it out for like a white speckled bao dough. I think it just had like red spots in it.
Also, when they were prepping, they had Yeti coolers. Okay, money. Have you ever looked up how much a fucking Yeti cooler costs?
That's where they got the fake saffron.
I'll tell you where all the money went into this episode. Yeti coolers and getting Bam Bam to say Bam once.
Yeah.
Because he don't fucking say that shit for less than $10K.
Yeah.
And to say it on TV? Ooh.
And they set him up for it, too.
Yeah. He's like, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you.
Okay. So we get to the next day. They're in the back. Nana is stressing out. And I'm like, oh, girl, come on. You know my feeling on this when chefs come on and they do not miss the time multiple times. I'm like, get out.
You hate it. It's the one thing you got to do.
So I have a hard time having empathy and sympathy when she rolls up with the DNF and only puts her sauce on the plate and doesn't get her chicken.
From the start, this looked like trouble.
Yeah.
She couldn't roll it. It was clearly stuffed. It didn't look good. She should have pivoted at some point.
Yeah,
she's like, this is wrong. I got to do something else.
Yeah, just pan-sear some chicken at that point. Like,
do
what's going to put food out there.
Do like a spatchcock thing. Your chicken's open. You cook that, and then you put everything on top of it. It's kind of the same thing.
Also, you could have had like a chicken garden then that way.
Yeah, you could have made the chicken a different color.
Yeah. But I will say this. When she goes out and she gives a plate that's empty, you always hear the judges talk about how, give us something to judge, right? It's something's better than nothing, right? I want you to listen to the feedback that the judges gave, because they may have painted themselves into a corner here.
I mean, it's really hard to say anything about Nana's dish. It is so incomplete that you can't even give it any kind of critique.
You can't.
She's not locking in to where she needs to be.
Damn it. It's okay. Hey. It's okay. Listen, the whole life lives beyond it. I'm proud of you. Your family's proud of you. You're positive, okay? Yeah. All right. It's okay. Come on, let's get out of here.
We go.
So, if that's the feedback you give for giving a dish that has something on it, I'm just going to give you nothing.
Yeah, tell me if you like my little juice on the
Yeah,
bottom.
tell
Did
me
that
if
taste
they
good?
didn't even say if they like the what did she put on there? She put on there the yassa onion puree. Tell me about the yassa.
Try it.
Is the
You're not even
yassa
gonna
good?
try it? Also, I thought Kristen was going to go downstairs and get it. She said, "Is it complete? Just downstairs, not on the plate?" And Nana
Yeah.
said, "Yeah." I thought she was going to be like, "All right, hold up."
Yeah, bring
and
it up
gone
here.
down there and eaten it and been like, "This is pretty good," or just being like, "You know what? You know what would make me feel better? Go down there, eat it, say it sucks shit, and then send me home."
Yeah. No,
So
you know
I
what
know
I
at
would've
least I wouldn't have done well if I even put it on the fucking plate anyway.
You know what I would have done? And I know that it would have been against, I'm going to get docked and I probably could go home. I'm bringing it up on that cutting board and I'm cutting it and saying, "Here, it wasn't put on the plate, but it's done. You can try it. Send me home, whatever, but you tell me what it tastes like."
You could have had this. You fucked up. You could have had all this chicken that I stuffed and then I steamed and then it was raw. So
And
then
then
I
I
cooked it in butter.
pan-seared it.
Nope, this does suck too. So you okay? Good. Okay. Good.
Okay, good. Now I know.
Just wanted to know. Just
Just
wanted to know.
wanted to
Good to know. Good to know.
Lawrence wows the judges with a bow flight. He's got yellow chili, pork, green curry beef, and strawberry matcha.
Everyone's like, bow, 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 bow. They're having a good time. They're
Let's
like
hear
8 drinks in at this point.
Yeah, let's hear the joke of the week because they're so drunk.
On the other side of things, we have Lawrence.
He has definitely put the boldest step forward.
He's boldly gone where no bow has gone before.
Okay. Okay. A little bit of personality there.
Hey,
A
yeah,
little bit of
he's
personality there.
trying.
He's trying.
Part of him is still like, I used to be fat.
Yeah, it is. But it also, he's kind of becoming like a mean girl because at the end of the episode, he really does lay into them about like how bad the food was compared to last week.
Do you think that the food actually got progressively worse? Because they were getting progressively angrier. And I wonder if it was just like,
No.
they were expecting it to be worse. So they're just like reacting harder at this point.
I don't think it got progressively worse. I think they progressively were like upset that more and more dishes weren't like doing what Anthony did or doing what Lawrence did and actually changing the color presentation of what you're expecting. Like he gave them green strawberry.
Everyone else did like, here's like, I feel like even Anthony didn't really do the
He did
thing
3
that
different
well,
colored
but it
moles.
tasted good. But he did
Yeah.
like mole negro, which is black, and he served it black.
Yeah.
But he's like, but I colored it with activated charcoal.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
Yeah. It's not
It should have been blue.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Give me-
no one did anything. No one did anything fun. Early, someone's like playing with blue dye early in the episode, but it never comes out.
Yeah. Where was the blue?
Someone was using blue, and it was just gone.
I'll say this: Seeger uses the squid ink on his onion soubise, and I'm like, I'm watching him make it. I'm like, so you're putting the squid ink on top of everything? You had color on the noodles. Why not put dots of squid ink so it like looks like a squid that has like those different colors on it, so that it looks poisonous? Like, why not play with that? Also, Tom makes a good point about the scallop. Why aren't you like dyeing the scallop a different color?
Right. Yeah. That's the easiest thing to do is here's a scallop. I put beet dust on it. So now it's a red scallop. That's what they wanted.
Yeah. One of the
they
best
wanted
scallops...
you to be like, here's blue. Yeah, I think they even said it needs blue rice. Is what they said. That's the easiest thing to do. Make blue rice.
So one of the best scallops I've ever had was an algae brined pan-seared scallop, and it came out green and blue to the table. And I was like, I've never seen a scallop look like this, but man, does it taste good.
I love scallops. Scallops is a fucking cheat
So
code
like,
on the
why did they
show.
do that? I
It's
would
a
have.
cheat
Here's
code on
I
the
wrote
show.
down what I would have made if this was the challenge, and like with my limited skills, what I
All
would
right,
have made.
What do you got?
I would have made an algae brined seared scallop, and then I would use angel hair pasta to kind of swirl it up to make like a bird's nest, right? So then the blue scallop looks like the egg, and then on the ground I'd do a green Parmesan crust, so it looked like a bird's nest that fell on the ground.
I like that. I like that.
Okay, folks, That's what they're looking for.
That's all it takes.
That's what they're looking for.
They gave you every color. They gave you everything, and you were like, I got to make this green because this food is green, but I'm going to use green dye instead of the natural green that it comes with. No, that's wrong. And it tastes bad, apparently. That's one thing, too. They were like, didn't do the color. And at the end, they were just ripping every fucking food that came through. They're like, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. And Tom's like, I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah.
I fed you guys this horrible food in this, what used to be a church, and now it's a restaurant.
We got the classic, Sherry, did you mean for your Spätzle to look gray?
She said, what? She said, what color would you call this? She said, gray.
Yeah, okay, just making sure that my eyes are working too.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that I see what you saw.
Because gray is not even a freaking color.
I wouldn't have served this.
So they also said Oscar's ceviche is the least colorful ceviche they've ever seen, which is, ouch. It's hard to say to someone who's Latin. We get to the judges' table.
This is a foregone. I'm okay. Sorry.
Yeah. The judges' table, they only really liked Anthony, Lawrence, and Brandon, so they're top three. And then they really
what's happening as soon as Kristen says, like, Anthony wins.
Yeah.
Anthony wins.
No, Lawrence wins, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Lawrence wins with his bows.
Yes. With his bow. And you know it's coming. Kristen looks over and she says, and now next we want to see
everyone. Because y'all all sucked.
Love it.
Every one of y'all losers step over.
Line up.
And then Tom goes, like in his new thin self, he goes, okay, so who wants to talk about how shitty they did? Anyone here think they did well?
This line of questioning was crazy.
Yeah, it was like he was upset.
Tell me you think you did good so I can tell you didn't.
Yeah. Oh, and he rips into him. And then it was almost like everyone had the energy of like, can you just send Nana home so we can get out of here?
Everyone knew. Yeah, she saved everyone's ass.
Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, you can yell at me, but I served something, so I'm staying. You can't eliminate me.
Do you think that Jennifer was being shady when she kept saying, I got something on the plate, so I'm happy with that? Because it cuts to Nana's face.
Oh, my God. She said that twice. She also went back after she served and said it so loudly. She was like, well.
Oh, yeah. She said it like to the judges in the back and then at judges' table.
She keeps saying, it's like, is that nerve damage in your brain?
Yeah, because you're going to get your ass kicked.
Screaming that out while someone's having a meltdown back there.
Yeah.
So they get rid of Nana. Let's listen to her.
They don't even bother to like do the whole spiel. They're like, you suck. Nana, get the fuck out of here.
Nana, please pack your knives and go. You didn't complete a dish, and you really only gave us one element of the two that was required.
Nana, you have a chance. You have Last Chance Kitchen.
That's right.
So we'll see you there.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
It was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much.
It hurts to take yourself out of the competition. They didn't even get to taste the dish.
The brief was 2 naturally dyed elements, and she only gave us
You don't have to tell us. Like,
I'm so proud of this group. I am crushed. My heart is full of gratitude to be some of the elite chefs in the entire country. This is not what represented me at all. It's really hard to walk away from this big love and say I didn't give it my all. It's not me.
Well, I don't think she's going to do well in Last Chance Kitchen. I don't think she's built for competition cooking shows.
Doesn't seem like it. Seems like a great person. A lot of fun on TV. I'm sure her food is great.
I went back and looked at her bio on the introduction press release of like all the chefs and their pictures when we were doing the picking. And she comes from a catering background, right? So I'm like, oh, that's why the timing's off. In catering, you have all this time to make all this food. And like
you're prepping days ahead.
But I'm like, I don't think she has practice in an active line where she has to like get dishes out in a timely manner.
Yeah.
So any chef who has that experience is probably like, oh yeah, this is easy. That's why she keeps missing, because she's used to taking her time prepping food. But Nana's gone. Reaves will tell us next week when he's back from suspension where.
It's also without pay, Tom said. It is suspension. He'd also give a one episode's pay.
So Bryan did a great job in the first half of only saying 30 words. I did a terrible job of keeping viewers.
No, you did really good. You did really good. Honestly, I think when Tom was coming up with my punishment, he didn't consider what that meant for the other person on the episode.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure what happened.
Or maybe he was thinking about it when it was maybe not going to be just me and you before he decided to like suspend Reaves.
He probably thought, well, there'd definitely be at least 3 people there.
Yeah, and maybe he also thought that 30 was like a decent amount of words, but in reality it should have been like maybe 50.
Well, Tom says 1 word a minute. So for him, he's like, well, the first half is 30 minutes, so you shouldn't need more than 30 words.
Yeah.
I don't say more than 30 words. I only say 1 word a minute. So why is he talking more than me?
Yeah, it's like Tom set the bar. He's like, okay, I'll talk. I did 30 words in 30 minutes. You do that.
All right. Well, that's all we got for this week. Next week, episode 4, talk about more culinary class, whatever. We're going to pack our knives and go. We're going to get Padma on the show.